like to clarify that everything stated here and with this live youtube.com broadcast is purely fictitious and not representative of any actual parties involved, living or dead. Thank you.
With Mysta, I feel like once we're at these deserted island, okay?
Yeah.
He's gonna be the one that starts to, you know, like run around, freak out and cry, and all that stuff. Like, what the fuck, man?
So then we have to eat them? He eat him then?
Yes.
Just to make sure, just to shut him up? We gotta eat him?
Yeah, basically, he's the one that we have to eat.
Okay.
So that we can keep our sanity. Anna, she would have her phone. But she'd be looking for service around the island. You know, she's gonna try and look for Wi-Fi.
Yeah. So she'll be climbing around, trying to find
them.
Nina
would be following them.
Finana, she's gonna trip and fall, and then there's gonna be like a scrape on her knee and blood dripping down her knee, and then Nina would just be like, "What's that wine?"
And then Nina jumps.
The next day, we realized Finana was gone, so Petra was, guys, I'm gonna look around and see if I can find Finana. And then she looks around, she starts exploring the forest on the island. But the thing is, and then
the blood trail.
And then she finds the cracked phone, and she was like, "Isn't this Finana's phone? Finana?"
She turns around. Honey.
And then when Nina drinking the blood out of Petra, Enna shows up. Enna comes along and was like, Well, Nina, what do we have here? And then Nina's gonna be like, it's not what it looks like. The thing is, Enna doesn't care. Enna was like, I thought I would be the first one to kill on this island.
Very start of the whole story. We all crash in a deserted island. So, Pomu and Elira, they're all co-workers. And Pomu loves Elira very much, you know, they're best friends. But Elira, because we all survived the plane crash, meets Enna and Millie. And she vibes with them. And Elira slowly starts to hang out with them more, and Pomu's still left out. Enna, Millie, and Elira. 3 best friends that always stick together in the island. You know, they'll pick berries together. You know, they'll swim together. You know, all that stuff.
Climb up coconut trees to get coconuts. Fish. Set up a fireplace so they can cook the fish.
Little did they know, Enna has been, you know, using them to make a secret torture contraption the entire time out of coconuts. So every single day, she would basically get Millie climb up trees because she's a cat, you know, she's very good at climbing.
Yeah.
Elira would be good at finding sticks, berries, and all that stuff.
Okay.
They grab lots of coconuts. Enna would be the one cutting them in half, making this really, really evil-looking contraption. But Elira and Millie, it doesn't look like an evil contraption to them because they're the ones building it. It looks like a massage chair.
Oh, I see.
But it turns out, Enna's been trapping them all along. And then Nina comes in.
What happens next?
And they have a feast. Pomu still loves her very much. She wants to hang out with her.
She she realizes half the group is missing, basically. And she overheard Enna bringing Elira and Millie to this secluded area. And she was like, you know what? I'm gonna finally find out what they're doing. Because Enna never said what they were doing. Only Elira and Millie knew what she was doing.
But as soon as she finds out that Elira got killed by Enna, she starts to go crazy.
That's her breaking point. The death of Elira is what actually breaks her. In her mind, she's like, if I can't have Elira, none of us deserves to be alive. Basically, Pomu just goes for a hug with Enna, and then she stabs her in the hug. And I'll be like, why? And then Pomu's like, Elira's dead because of you.
And then she becomes the main villain of this story.
Pomu?
Hey.
You like our story
Hey.
so far?
Pomu.
Yeah, Selen, I know where you live. You forgot the epilogue.
Episode 1 is everyone, we're in the island, everyone's sad. It ends there. The second day, Alban, he keeps everyone's morale up.
Mhm.
Swims and never been seen again. Okay? So Yugo and Sonny, they're very sad about that. So they start making a boat. But the thing is,
Kyodai.
the entire time, one of the crazies has been trying to sabotage the boat.
Okay, so I've been reading like a webtoon that kind of is like this, where a person like sabotages a bunch of boats and can't let the people get off the island. So I feel like, you know, maybe I got inspired and I was just like, oh, I can implement this knowledge I learned from sabotage.
Yeah, because you're like,
If I can't have Elira, no one deserves to live. So you're jealous that Yugo and Sonny are putting so much effort just to find Alban in the hopes that
when
he
you
might
can't
be
even have
alive.
the one person that you truly loved hanging out with.
And
You
you're
try to sabotage them.
where all of us will be like, Yugo, I don't think this boat is sturdy enough to make the travel. And then like we're all, but Sonny was like, I believe in you, Yugo. I'll go on the boat with you.
Yeah.
The sweet girl she is gets stuck in an island with all of us. Everyone has their own cliques, everyone has their own friends, but Rosemi, she wants to really fit in with people, especially with the girls. Now, because of that, she confronts the crazies. But the crazies can't kill her, you know, she's too sweet. Even they have a heart for Rosemi. But she tries her best to fit in. But the three crazies, they don't really trust her. So they put her on trial mode. Lets Rosemi become the spy, the traitor, the imposter of the group. Sends them information on what's happening, you know, where everyone is, every single day, what the food situation is, all that stuff. The double agent.
Yeah. I think Ike finds out that Rosemi is the traitor.
Rosemi and Ike become best friends. They trust each other way too much. Rosemi, the person trying to fit in, and Ike, the person trying his hardest to stay in the group. So they naturally become friends. So what happened is one night, Ike is sleeping, sees Rosemi get out of bed, and starts walking into the woods. Walks up to 3 people: Enna, Pomu, and Nina. And Ike's like, what the hell is she doing? Pomu, Nina, you're alive. Wait, but why is Rosemi talking to them?
And why are they covered in blood?
And overhears all the conversation. Why is Rosemi giving them a full explanation of what we did the entire day to them? Mike was very shocked. Runs back to the camp and tries to sleep. Rosemi comes back, you know, and hops back into her own little bed. And throughout that night, the camera points at Ike. You like the woke emote, the woke. He's like
With
that
his
the
eyes
entire night.
open. So like we were all staring at the tent. When she slips back in the bed, the camera pans back to him and his eyes are just wide open because he knows what she did.
He couldn't sleep that night. And basically the next day, he sees Rosemi in a different perspective. He can't see her the same.
And then there's like
you know?
flashbacks of all the times she has left the camp. He's remembering all the suspicious moments when Rosemi kept interrogating everyone exactly what was going on in camp.
Yeah.
He remembers. He remembers
Yeah,
that
like-
one time he confided in Rosemi about an important thing. And he's just like, oh no, I have to kill Rosemi.
So what happens is Ike goes up to Rosemi and asks her, could you meet me by the cliff this afternoon? I have something to talk to you about. Forward, you know, it's now 4 p.m. in the afternoon. They're at the cliff. It's very windy. Grass flowing against the wind. And you see Ike at the very edge of the cliff, And then Rosemi finally arrives. Ike turns around. Rosemi, be honest with me. Are you a part of our group?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Or are you not? And then Rosemi responds with, well, what are you talking about? Trying to play innocent. But Ike just snaps. Don't fuck with me. I heard what you were saying last night. Why are you with those people? Rosemi, why are you doing this? And she's like, I just wanted to fit in. Ike responds with, Rosemi, you never needed to fit in. I was always your friend the entire time, but you couldn't see that.
My heart.
And then Rosemi slowly walks up to him as Ike was crying. How could you do this to me, Rosemi?
Oh shit.
How could you do this? I don't understand. The frame almost seems like she's about to hug him, but Rosemi slowly pushes him off.
Ike, no.
And then Rosemi stares into Ike's eyes as everything goes
Slow-mo while he slips off the cliff.
Slows down. Ike looks back into her eyes, filled with regret, shock, and anger, as he slowly gets further and further away. And dead.
And then during that scene, there's like flashbacks of all the happy memories he had with Rosemi. Just mere snapshots of all the times they've collabed, like the games they play together, what they did together on the island, working together, gathering resources together. And then a tear slips from his eyes, and he closes his eyes one last time, and then
Okay, Vox! Vox, the leader of the group. Ike was always trying to prove himself to the group, that he's very, very useful, working really, really hard every single day, doing everything. But
Yeah.
Vox always tells him, Ike, you gotta calm down sometimes. You're doing too much for the group, doing a lot of stuff. He's very supportive about him. Naturally, they're friends. He notices that Ike didn't come home at 6:21 p.m. with his fish that he was supposed to bring. And he's like, that's a little saucy, he says. So he starts to look for him. Not even that. Reimu and Vox starts to look for him.
while they
I
were
need
looking
more.
for him, they found Rosemi just coming out of the forest, and they're like, "Hey, Rosemi, have you seen Ike?"
I saw Ike on the cliff. I tried to stop him, but it was too late. I couldn't convince him to get off the ledge, and he jumped.
So Rosemi tells them he jumped off. He'd be very sad, obviously. But he still wouldn't suss out Rosemi because he's in shock at the moment.
Yeah.
And he's like
He hasn't
grieving.
thought about it. He hasn't thought about it. He's like, why, Ike? Why? Why? And then later that night, he thinks. He's woke.
Ike is pretty smart. Him and Shu, they almost found out a way off the island. They were at the very last leg.
They were at the
All
very
they need-
last one.
Yeah, that they almost completed their plan. Ike was just needing just a little bit more time. Vox, he's been working with Shu and Ike on their plan. He's been listening in. He hasn't been actively helping, but he knew that they were working on something together. He knew that they were close to a breakthrough. And so he thought, that's weird.
That's weird. Why would Ike jump off the cliff? Why would he do that?
Why would he do that when, they were so close to getting off?
Why would he jump if we were so close to finally leaving this?
Reimu finds Ike's body. But the thing is, he noticed something in Ike's hand. Before Ike fell off the cliff, he managed to grab bits of Rosemi's hair as a way to stabilize it, but it was too late. So Reimu notices in Ike's hand pink hair. But
no one else has pink hair.
But why is there pink hair in Ike's hand? Rosemi said that Ike jumped. But if he jumped, why is there a struggle?
He would have been grabbing her, pulling her, trying to get up. Oh. She quickly runs over to Vox, grabs him, and pulls him to the side.
Ooh.
I think I know what happened to Ike.
Oh.
So she tells him, and Vox drops to the floor.
Vox and Reimu confronting Rosemi. Rosemi would be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go get something in the forest," and then Vox and Reimu like trails after her basically and confronts them in the forest because she was about to have her meeting with the crazies.
They'd be like, "Why did you do it? Why did you do it, Rosemi?" You know, like they tie her up. She's like stuck to a tree, and they're just like, "Why did you do this?" And she, you know, they eventually get her to confess about it, and that's how they figure it out that the other three.
Enna Pomunina has been listening the entire time, hiding, as Rosemi was stuck to the tree, and they came out to attack. Rah!
There you
Nina tries to stab Reimu, and then Vox comes from behind Nina, and he's like, Mom, stop! I don't want to hurt you, Mom. Please. Mom. Don't do this. She turns around, growls at him, and jumps and lunges at Vox. At the same time, I can imagine Vox with a spear impales Nina, but Nina is so deranged, she still moves as she's being impaled and stabs Vox.
Ooh.
And Reimu's like, oh, Vox? No!
Who play Apex with me? All right.
Vox is like, Reimu, run. And Pomu chases Reimu, but Reimu eventually fled. He was able to run away from Pomu. Pomu loses her. They all fled to the camp.
Yeah, so Reimu manages to get back to the camp and basically tells everyone what happened, being like, guys, they're alive! The crazies, they're alive!
Wait, we're not.
wait. Nina and Pomu, they're alive! They killed Vox!
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。